I was a Mellon Mays undergraduate research fellow, and the idea of the program is that it puts a bunch of students in a bunch of different disciplines together as a way of furthering their scholarship. So when I found out about PIRT, which does something very similar on a doctoral scale instead of on an undergraduate scale, I thought that was super exciting. The program tries to strike this balance between rigor and relevance, and that was something that was really important to me and something that I tried to capture in my application as well. But this idea of not just wanting to do scholarship for the sake of scholarship, the idea that I want my work to mean something or to be able to help people. PIRT's definitely helping me achieve that goal because it's pushing my scholarship in ways that I've never even considered before. Just being in a room surrounded by so many great faculty and so many great students really encourages me to think from frameworks that I've never thought from before. And PIRT's really helping me to recognize all of these areas for growth in my own scholarship, and eventually going to help me incorporate those into my paper and into my work. I know that at some point I want to be able to use my intelligence and my privilege and my position to advocate for students who aren't getting the resources that they need.
I'm working with the New York Immigration Coalition, and so they are an umbrella organization that does advocacy and policy work at the city and the state level. They represent nearly 150 multi-ethnic, multiracial, immigrant community-based organizations. This has been like this amazing opportunity where I get to actually, talk to diverse groups of immigrant parents and school staff that are working with immigrant populations to truly understand, the needs of these communities in New York City and New York State. Together, we figured out, how best I could support the work that the New York Immigration Coalition was doing, while also getting a chance to develop some skills that I felt were necessary for my own training. IES PIRT colloquiums are another really great opportunity for me to practice my presentation skills, just getting the chance to have conversations and be able to think more critically about my own work has been a really great opportunity.
I think that feedback was really helpful for going on the job market, because when you give a job talk, it's actually a situation where folks are trying to be critical. And having had that type of experience within the pro seminar for 5 years before I went on the job market was extremely helpful. Students were always able to take speakers out to lunch, and there was always like a coffee hour with speakers where students could actually meet with them and talk about different questions they had from the presentations. Through those opportunities, I was actually able to do informal networking that I used for my job search process. I had a great experience at NYU because I think that I was able to take advantage of all the opportunities that the PIRT program provided and write a lot, which if you were having to work and teach, you don't really have as much time to do. Just the exposure to so many different disciplines and the methods they're using in those disciplines and the faculty that are involved in them can just broaden your experience and help you better identify what type of scholar you want to become.